Interface Video presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Dagger Law, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Buckeye Toyota, Fairfield Medical Center, Buckeye Lake Marina, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Fairfield County Adam H., The Carriage Company, The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, and ExploreHawkingHills.com.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Interface Video Productions High School Basketball Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we're at Fisher Catholic High School, home of the Irish, for a Mid-State League Cardinal Division girls basketball battle between the Irish and the Fairfield Christian Academy Knights. A beautiful, newly renovated gymnasium here at Fisher. They've redone the floor, the ceiling. It looks great, and Coach Bethel has his team rolling once again.
Yeah, it is excellent, Jared. I noticed it the first thing when I walked in. Noticed how nice the facility looks. Coach Bethel does. He's got a younger group, retooled, do it a little different. You gotta coach according to your players, and had a nice time to be able to talk with Ben about all that and stuff. And he and Coach Smith both very open and transparent about what's going on in their programs.
Let's get to the keys to the game, brought to you by North Body Shop. Since 1979, North Body Shop has been providing professional auto collision repairs on all makes and models. Don't think of going anywhere else to get your vehicle looking like new again. We pride ourselves on serving all the collision repair needs throughout Fairfield County. Tim, you mentioned you talked to both these coaches. They come in, Fisher Catholic 6-1 overall, 5-0 in the Mid-State League Cardinal, FCA 5-1 overall, 4-1 in the Mid-State League Cardinal. Very similar records, but also both pretty young teams.
Very much so. We're going to see a lot of what I'd call underclassmen, 9th and 10th graders on the floor tonight, but they happen to be the better players in their program, and if that's the case, then they get a play. I used to always say, high school was grades 9 through 12. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
But you also have growing pains with some of that sometimes, and some inconsistencies and other things that go along with that we can talk about later.
Who are some of those players on both sides that we need to watch out for tonight?
Well, I think when you look at Fairfield Christian, Nikayla Cash, she is the junior point guard. She kind of makes them go, Jared. She's the straw that stirs their drink, is to say. And when you look at Fisher Catholic, you know what? Great leadership from Sydney Ellis. The senior plays point guard. They've had a freshman who's getting some shots in. We'll talk about Hadley Gillum later on. But the key is you've got your upperclassmen providing leadership. And they've been through some of these battles, so they're familiar.
Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school basketball. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. It'll be the Irish wearing the white tonight and the Knights in the gray uniforms. Pretty similar colors. That might be a little difficult for the officials.
This class not a football game, Jared.
That's exactly. Tip is controlled by the Knights, and quickly they get a nice bucket up and in by number 12. That's Candace Welsh. Really good job off the tip. And Welsh was wide open on the block. On the other end, here's Hadley Gillum driving in the paint, dumps it to Sydney Snoke. Her shot off the glass and in.
Yeah, nice job. That was Charlie, right?
On the shot?
On the pass.
I believe it was Hadley.
Hadley. Okay, that was Hadley that made the pass.
Yeah, there's actually 3 Gillums.
Yes, there are.
At times tonight, you'll see all 3 of them on the court. Dump inside. Here's Roby.
You got to help me, Jared.
Hadley Gillum, the freshman, brings it up for the Irish.
Yeah, the thing about Fisher that's really a positive for them, and you can see that with Hadley, is the length.
Snoke, nice power dribble, and goes inside and scores it again. Sydney Snoke with 4 quick points.
Yeah, here's the pressure that Coach Bethel wants to get going. That's a trap area right there on the sideline.
Welsh gets it back to Cash. Now over to Smeltzer. Cash will dump it to the block. Smeltzer tried to get the pass, but it was stolen away by Ellis. Nice dump up underneath the bucket. The scoop shot, no good for the Irish. Rebounded by Smeltzer, and here come the Knights. 6:33 to play in the first quarter. Irish lead at 4-2. In the corner. Get it back out top to Cash. Ball loose, controlled by the Knights.
Fisher in their extended 2-3. Trying to use their length to their advantage, Jared. You can see that they're not really, super thick as players, but they are long.
Three-point attempt is no good. It hits nothing, so it's going to be Fisher Catholic basketball leading 4-2 with 6:10 to play in the first quarter.
She's young and energetic. She can get that ball, right?
Exactly. Ellis brings it up for the Irish. Only loss on the season for the Irish was a long road trip down to Washington. Nice dump from Hadley Gillum to Snoke, and Snoke shot no good, rebounded by the Knights. Here comes Cash. Cash dumps it to Roby. She'll fire up the shot from the free throw line and drain it. We're tied up at 4.
Yeah, she's provided them a little help this year in their scoring. She transferred in from Millersport.
Yep.
Millersport did not have a program last year, so she's getting to play a lot here for Fairfield Christian.
Gillum, nice move inside the paint. Couldn't get the shot to go, but she'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, she's showing off her skills right now, Jared, a little bit. Cut that ball in the post, good footwork. Just didn't make the shot.
Hadley Gillum, the freshman, as you see the replay here.
Yeah, this is from Roby. Foul line extended, base basket.
Hadley is a 75% free throw shooter, and she gets the first one.
Well, you know what makes it even better? She's left-handed, Jared.
Yeah.
Have you seen a lefty that couldn't shoot
I
yet?
have not.
Okay. Always have to check you once in a while if you have. Let me know when you have.
Hadley is averaging 16.4 points a game for the Irish. Nice job by Charlie Gillum getting a hand on that one. One of the things I was noticing in their stats is deflections. They get hands on the basketball a lot. They do a nice job getting in the passing lanes.
Well, they're active, and as we just talked earlier, they have some length.
Roby dumps it over in the corner. Three-point attempt no good.
See, just that contest of the shot right there in the corner matters.
Here comes Ellis. Ellis inside the paint, dump to Snoke, back over in the corner. Here's Gillum for 3, no good. Here comes Cash on the rebound. She's going to go coast to coast, and a foul going to be called on Ava Warrens as she tried to strip the basketball. That's not a bad foul, though. She at least fouled her hard enough she wasn't able to get a shot off.
Exactly.
So Nikayla Cash will go to the free throw line. She'll get 2 shots. First one up and good. Pulls him back to within 1 at 6-5.
Yeah, Nikayla's just a junior. She had a really nice start to the season.
Cash easily drains both of them. We're tied at 6, 4:54 and counting in the first quarter.
So when you say at the free throw line, she's Cash, you mean it.
Cash money.
Yeah.
Warrens. The count is on. She'll get it to Charlie Gillum. Gillum had her defender fall down. She'll dump it back to Hadley Gillum. And the pass over to Ellis a little bit too high. Sydney only 5'3", so she's not going to be able to get up too high to get those passes.
Well, they're trying to run, the dribble drive, spread out, pitch it. Oh, good. That's a good try on the pressure, though. See what that caused?
Yep. They did a nice job breaking the press. I mean, moving the basketball. Yeah. They actually had a good setup, but just overthrew the pass to the defender down here. Not sure what that was.
Don't know. Everybody came out.
Guess we had a ladder fall down in the corner.
Okay. Glad nobody was on it.
Or standing under it. 6-6 the score. Snoke the basketball, dump it into Hadley Gillum. Gillum off the glass, no good. Rebounded on the backside by the Knights.
That's
Here comes Cash.
Nice little post-up play, Jared.
Yeah, it was.
ISO you in the post, and she's got the tools to finish that.
Nice quick ball movement down to Smeltzer on the block. Back out to Cash. Thought about the 3. Good dump to Smeltzer. Ball loose. Cash really thinking about that 3. She'll dump it to Roby at the free throw line. Take it right back for 3, and she got it. Nikayla Cash puts the Knights up 9-6. She's got 5 of those 9 for Fairfield Christian.
All man-to-man here for the Knights.
Charlie Gillum over to Warrens. Dump it to the corner. Sydney Ellis will fire up the 3. Off the iron and goes up to the top of the backboard. That goes back to the Knights.
Yeah, one of the things that makes, and you can see the replay here, watch to the foul line, pull the defense in just a little bit, give her a little bit of space, and she hits that shot.
She's a good player.
Yeah, she is a good player.
Nice crossover dribble there, and then passes it up ahead to Welsh. Roby now. Her shot up no good. Rebounded by Charlie Gillum. Hadley Gillum now brings it up, trailing 9-6. Dump into Snoke. Really good pass, and Snoke finishes it.
Yeah, like I said, she's exhibiting her skills right now, Jared. Great pass.
Heisner gets it to Roby. Roby's shot up and good.
Well, they had triple. You don't want a triple team. That's too many people out of position. So, give Fairfield Christian credit. They passed the ball and got in the middle of the floor where they're most dangerous.
Charlie Gillum fires up the three, no good. Rebounded by Snoke. Her putback, no good. Ball loose. Snoke gets it again. And on the pass, it's stolen away by Cash. Here comes Cash. She'll get it to Welsh. Her three up, no good. Warren's the rebound. Ellis dumps it down to Snoke. Good job by Snoke running the floor.
Yeah, and a good job of Ellis keeping her head up and looking ahead.
Yep. 8 points in the ball game for Sydney Snoke. Charlie Gillum now in the passing lane to steal it away. Gets it right back for three in the corner. Charlie's got it.
She's a shooter. This is the biggest concern Coach Smith had. Can they handle the basketball with creating live ball turnovers?
And a
like
traveling
right there.
violation, yep.
You just got to take care of the ball. He said it's been really inconsistent all year, and you can see why a little bit. Watch this pass. A little one-hander over to the corner.
Drained it. Lainey Gillum checks into the ball game, as well as Lily Marcinko for the Irish. So now we've got all three Gillums on the floor at the same time. Charlie, the senior, and Lainey and Hadley, the twin freshmen. Hadley backs it in. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Knights.
It's a good play. Just got to finish it off to make it great.
Irish lead at 13-11, 1:30 and counting here in the first quarter. Roby dump it inside, had it tipped, and it's stolen away by the Irish.
Those deflections you were talking about earlier. You don't necessarily get the steal, Jared, but you get a deflection. It creates havoc.
Ellis drives inside the paint, had her shot blocked, and taken away by the Knights. Cash, left side now to Welsh. Her pass is stolen by Charlie Gillum. Irish under a minute to play in the quarter. Gillum for three in the corner, no good. See if the Knights slow it down here and try to work the clock down. We're down to 45 and counting here in the first quarter. Roby in the corner. Three is up, no good for Heisner. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on the Irish.
Yeah, she's just a freshman, Heisner. She's slowly getting more reps and getting better. Hit some shots. The other night, Fairfield Christian scored 49 points and they had four players, these top four players with 12 each.
Wow.
They scored all but
Talk
one.
about balance.
Yeah.
Roby, nice move. Couldn't get the shot to go. Got her own rebound, puts it off the glass, and in and out. Ellis quickly up the floor for Fisher Catholic. Ellis to the hoop. Off the glass and in, and she's fouled.
Yeah, great job of going north and south, Jared. If you attack the basket, Coach Bethel and I were talking, they call it getting downhill. She got downhill, even with a little hand check here, a little bump. She did a great job. Watch her right here. Go right through that, Jared. And then square her body and score.
Roby was called for the foul with the body. They've got her listed as, that's her third foul? Is that correct? Snoke free throw up and good to complete the three-point play.
Well, they only have two,
They only
so
have
it
two
can't
team
be.
fouls.
It can't be
No.
three.
16-11, Irish lead it. Here's Smeltzer. Cash now will fire up the three, and she got it. Second three of the night from Nikayla Cash.
Yeah, you got to identify her. Back in their trapping zone, you got to identify the shooter.
She's got 8 to pull them to within 2. Ellis now tries to get the dump over. The rebound, the deflection goes into the hands of Lainey Gillum. Her three no good, and time runs out. A good first quarter. The Irish lead at 16-14.
Watch the replay right here.
She is a good shooter.
She is. Very
She's really
focused.
all-around good ball player.
Yes, she is. Hey, Jared, as a reminder, you can find live and past games on our YouTube channel. Just search for CLN, your hometown connection, on YouTube to find games and other local programming. While you're there, make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any action. Also, if you're on Facebook and Twitter too, which is now called X, check us out on those social media platforms. Just search for Interface Video Productions.
And yeah, you can see football games as well. They're still on there. So if you have a particular game you want to go back and look at, they're all there.
Yeah. And actually, I found some info. I had a chance to watch a little bit of film on both these teams online, so just to get a feel for what's going on. And you know, it's a new season means new players, and sometimes even if they're not new, they have different rules and how they play.
Tim, just in preparing for this game, I was looking back. Since 2007, these two teams have played 30 times. They've each won 15, and it's been streaky. Fisher Catholic has won the last 9 in a row. FCA prior to that had won 15 in a row. Before that, Fisher won 6 in a row. But here's the most interesting thing. If my calculations are correct, Coach Ben Bethel is undefeated in this series. He coached for several years at FCA.
Yeah.
And then came over here to Fisher, where he is undefeated now in this series. So kind of an interesting stat.
It is.
Hadley Gillum gets it back to her sister Charlie. The senior fires it up, no good. Sydney Snoke the rebound, or check that, Sydney Ellis the rebound.
Yeah, long shots, long rebounds, Jared.
So they've got 2 Sydneys and 3 Gillums on this team. Hadley couldn't get it to go. Sydney Snoke the rebound. Her putback no good. Cash the rebound. Here comes Nikayla. Knights trail at 16-14, just underway in the second quarter. Dump to Roby. Look at the hands by Sydney Ellis.
She does everything, Jared. Look at that pass.
Really good pass. Snoke couldn't finish. Got her own rebound, though. Dump it back out to Charlie Gillum for 3. No good. And it hit the bar up over top of the backboard, so that's out of bounds.
Right now, getting pretty good shots was what they want. It's just, you know, the matter of fact is you have to make them.
Yep. Dump to Roby. Quick pass to the corner. 3-point attempt in the corner is up and no good for Welsh. Nice backside rebound to put back for Sarah Roby.
Good job from her high post spot in the zone, Jared. She got to the backside.
She's got 6, and we're tied up at 16. Gillum gets it back to Charlie Gillum, now Sydney Ellis.
Yeah, like a little weave.
Ellis, little running jumpers up and in. She's got 5.
Here we go. Let's see the pressure come up a little bit. Not so much now. Pretty much playing it straight, Jared.
Smeltzer to the corner to Welsh.
You have to know if you're guarding, you know, a person that doesn't shoot or can't shoot as well, you don't have to guard them as much.
Good drive by Smeltzer. Couldn't get the shot to go. Rebounded by Warrens. Quickly up ahead come the Irish. Snoke, nice head fake, and then puts it up off glass and in.
They're doing a great job in their transition of looking down the floor, Jared.
Sydney Snoke has half of the Irish 20 points. They lead at 20-16, 5:45 and counting in the first half. Welsh in the corner. She'll drive, kick it back out. Nice quick ball movement, and Charlie Gillum just takes it right away from Smeltzer.
Again, I love that look up the floor and make that pass.
Hadley Gillum dumps it into Snoke. Now back out. Warrens thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Here's Ellis. She will take the 3. No good. Rebounded by the Knights. Heisner gets it off to Cash. Smeltzer now.
See how they're kind of daring him to shoot it a little bit?
Yep. 3 is no good. Rebounded by Snoke. I like that, though. As Smeltzer kind of drove in, forced them to collapse on her, that created the open shot in the corner.
They have to drive gaps versus zones.
Yeah.
Jared. But you also have to hit the shots if you're going to shoot them.
Right.
You know, at some point it becomes relentless.
Gillum gets it back to Ellis. She'll put it up, no good. And ball tipped around and controlled by the Irish. Hadley Gillum for three, no good. Ball tipped again, this time into the hands of Ellis. Charlie Gillum fires up a long three, no good. And this time rebounded by Zara Roby and the Knights.
Kind of a lid on that hoop right now.
Yeah. She'll dump it to Roby, in the corner to Welsh. Back to Cash. Cash takes a step over, fires up the three, no good.
Yeah, made her dribble, Jared.
Good hustle. Roby steals it away. Look at this ball movement. Quickly around the Welsh. Her shot no good. And the Irish with the rebound. Hadley Gillum. Drive, spin move, nice spin move, shot up and in.
It's kind of her little thing right now. Attack the defender when they stop you, then spin and shoot. She's very talented for a freshman.
Irish up 22-16.
Hey, Jared.
Timeout being called.
Yeah, with that timeout. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Buckeye Lake Marina. Remembering, next spring, if you're looking for a new boat or a great pre-owned watercraft, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. More information can be found at BuckeyeLakeMarina.com.
And you know, Buckeye Lake Marina was probably doing some business up until late November. We had some really nice weather. Warm weather, and then it just seemed like winter hit in a hurry.
It did.
With the cold temperatures.
But today was great.
Yeah.
You know,
the 50s
I was
today?
actually outdoors getting some things accomplished.
Yep.
So. But no, when it got to be about 15 and 20 degrees there, Jared, with the wind howling, I was kind of like, okay.
Yeah. Well, did you see the one state championship football game was played pretty much in a blizzard?
Yeah. Well, Saturday night will be 20 degrees.
Yeah.
That's something that neither of those teams are used
at
to.
Ohio State. Yeah, you're right. 3:45 to play in the first half. The Irish lead at 22-16 out of the timeout. Smeltzer with the basketball for the Knights. Heisner back to Smeltzer, thought about the three. Gets it back to Cash. Michaela Cash with 8 points in the game. Get it to the corner to Heisner. She'll fire it up. Off the iron, no good. Rebound tipped and out of bounds. It'll go back to Fisher Catholic.
If you notice, they got Sydney now chasing Cash so that she constantly has somebody on her.
Yeah.
And the other four are playing like a diamond or a 1-3 zone.
Ellis brings it up. Here's Snoke now. Back to Ellis. She's
Nice
just going to take the
job.
drive, put it up, and finally crawled in there.
What I like is she used her left hand to get off that pick and roll and then, get her shot up. Outstanding.
She saw the opening and took advantage of it.
Yeah, now watch her stay with her.
Steals the ball away. Sydney Ellis going the other way. But good hustle by Cash to tip it away. I like what you said at the beginning. Did you say Sydney Ellis is the straw that stirs the drink?
She makes them go.
She does.
But that's what you would want out of your senior.
Yep. Ellis to inbound, gets it into Hadley Gillum. Thought about the three. Get it back now to Laney Gillum. Here's Ellis. Ellis drive inside the paint. Shot off the glass, no good. Zara Roby the rebound. Fairfield Christian trails at 24-16, 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Wilkinson tried to dump it into Roby, loose on the floor. Good hustle by both teams to tie it up, and it's going to be a jump ball to stay with Fisher Catholic.
I think you mean Fairfield.
Or yeah, my fault. Fairfield Christian stays with. Cash inbounds to Roby.
Yeah, just a pin down.
She's got it.
Well, you have to know if you're playing defense there and she takes it out, there's what they call a pin down. They pin you inside.
Yep.
And she doesn't need a lot of room, Jared, as you can see.
Her three cuts it back to within 5 at 24-19. She's got 11 of those 19.
Yeah, watch right here. Watch the out of bounds. See her pin the defender? And she's like, oh, she wasn't aware of where the shooter was. You have to be aware. If you play the bottom of a zone, you have to understand that's going to happen, either a ball side or away.
Ellis, free throw no good. The foul was called on Zara Roby. That's her second. They have her listed as 4. I think that's a mistake. There's 4 team fouls. The second on Zara Roby.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
Second free throw for Ellis. Up and good. 8 points for Sydney.
Yep, she's going to chase her again. See, they're playing, see like a 1-3 or a diamond, and then she's going to be on the ball.
Cash dumped it down low, just a little bit too high for Sammy Wilkinson to control.
Well, you do that because you make other players on the other team perform, and they've got to step up and play for FCA. They've got to make the plays.
I think we lost the basketball.
I think you had to go downtown Lancaster to get it.
You're right. So Irish basketball leading at 25-19, just under 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Yeah, with all the three-point shooting and less attack of the basket, there's not very many fouls, Jared.
Right. Laney Gillum, right side to Ellis. Ellis drives inside the paint, needs to get rid of it and get out of the paint, gets it back to Charlie Gillum. I think she was wanting to try to dump it down low, but nobody was open. Gillum's pass.
Wow.
Good job by Ellis to come and get it. Her shot no good, rebounded by Smeltzer. Cash brings it up for Fairfield Christian. Dump into Roby. Roby, no good. Wilkinson the rebound, get it back to Cash. Roby will take another shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Fisher Catholic. Ball loose on the floor.
Good effort.
Yeah, by both teams. It was tipped into the hands of Ellis. Get it inside. Shot up and in. That's Harper Klein gets a 2 on the board.
And now Harper defensively, she's doing okay, but when she has the shooter, she's got to put a hand up, Jared. Yep. Contest the shooter here. She's holding her own, got a rebound, scored a basket. Now contest the shooter when they go to shoot.
Harper, a junior for the Irish. Pass is stolen away by Hadley Gillum. Yeah, trying to get it to Smeltzer, I believe.
Yeah, she just kind of predetermined.
Ellis at the block, gets it back out to Hadley Gillum with 14 seconds to go in the half. Gillum back to Ellis. Ellis drives inside the paint, kick it over in the corner. Charlie Gillum for 3, in and out. Rebounded by the Knights. Here they come with 3 seconds. It's Heisner. Heisner gets the shot off of the buzzer, no good. So at the end of the first half, the Fisher Catholic Irish lead at 27-19. I tell you what, Tim, both these teams playing hard tonight.
They are, and it's up and down. It's entertaining for us to see. And like I said, I think the key for both teams second half is you want to get a little more thrust, get the ball to the basket a little bit.
We're going to take a timeout. We come back. We're going to have some first half stats and analysis and all the second half play-by-play action. You're watching the high school basketball game of the week. Stay with us.
If you've been thinking about getting a home loan, now is the time. Hi, this is Carrie James from Fairfield Federal. Our experienced lenders are here to help you make your vision a reality. For more than 125 years, we've been helping our community achieve home ownership. Fairfield Federal has convenient online application for your home loan, home equity loan, and home equity line of credit needs. Visit fairfieldfederal.com to get started. Fairfield Federal for checking, savings, and home loans. Data charges may apply, subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402612.
This holiday season, we at Fairfield DD want to say thank you to our community. Your continued support enables us to move toward a community that realizes the value of every person. Fairfield DD is here to bring about a vibrant community where people lead lives of greater independence and make meaningful contributions. As we celebrate the holidays and prepare for a brand new year, we are grateful to our community members for supporting and moving our mission forward every day. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you and those you love.
Fairfield County has so many wonderful resources for those in addiction with mental health issues. There's so many great court supports to promote accountability so that there's just a positive change across the board. There's so many great interactions within all the community agencies. The Adam H Board is wonderful at providing resources for the whole population to be able to make sure that all those barriers are met and that those needs are taken care of.
I like working in Fairfield County because it provides me the opportunity to make positive change where I live. Fairfield County has a great network for veterans to help. It makes me proud that we know we take care of our veterans here.
I'm kind of new to it. I've been here for about a year, but it's interesting because you get a little bit of everything. We're right here smack in between the big city of Columbus and Appalachia. So you get to work with all kinds of people, get to do all kinds of things. But my favorite thing about Fairfield County is the people. They are passionate, they are fun, they are engaged, and it's a great place to work.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local, we are trusted, we are experienced.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Fairfield Medical Center is more than a hospital. We're a health system that's been putting people first for more than a century. From the youngest patients to the eldest, our compassionate team of caregivers are here to support you through every season of life. We are healers, cheerleaders, patient advocates, and champions. Your health is our greatest accomplishment, and we are proud to serve you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
How much can you afford to spend on a home? That's a good question. I'm Desi DeJohn, Assistant Vice President and Mortgage Loan Officer at the Savings Bank in Lancaster. It's important to know how much you can afford before you contact a real estate agent. Factors such as income, credit score, debt, and down payment can help determine how much a bank can lend you to buy a home. Getting pre-qualified is the best way to find out how much you can afford to spend on a home. You can apply to pre-qualify online anytime at thesavingsbankohio.bank.
Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we've got a great one for you. The Bloom Carroll Bulldogs.
It was great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, we had a great week of practice.
Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up 4th down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game, and thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you. The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And be very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
Interface Video presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Dagger Long, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Buckeye Toyota, Fairfield Medical Center, Buckeye Lake Marina, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Fairfield County Adam H., The Carriage Company, The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, and ExploreHawkingHills.com.
Back at Fisher Catholic High School, your halftime score, Fisher Catholic leads Fairfield Christian 27-19. Taking a look at some first half scoring. First of all, for the Knights of Fairfield Christian, Candace Welsh had 2 points. It was Zara Roby with 6. Nikayla Cash had a big first half with 11 points. For the Irish of Fisher Catholic, Harper Klein had 2. It was Charlie Gillum with 3. Hadley Gillum had 4 points. Sydney Ellis had 8. And Sydney Snoke had a really good first half with 10 points. And Shu, really, I mean, when you look at that first half, Fairfield Christian did a really nice job, especially in the first quarter, moving the basketball, finding that open look. They just weren't getting all their shots to fall.
You know, it comes down to, I mean, sometimes the game's really simple, Jared. You have to make shots.
Yeah.
You have to be able to score. All the defense and all the other things matter, but the bottom line is you have to be able to put shots in the hole. So we'll see. You know, when I look back after my conversation with Coach Smith, you know, he wanted to control the tempo with his defense, and they've done okay. But they gave up some stuff early, if you recall, some penetration and things, and they have balanced scoring. Well, right now they do not have balanced scoring, and those are things that are important for them to be successful. They need to do.
For Coach Bethel's Irish, in the first quarter, Sydney Snoke was pretty much unstoppable on the block. Fairfield Christian did a little better job in the second quarter, shutting her down.
And I also feel the same way with Fisher. They just missed some shots.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to make every 3 or whatever, but they missed some close-in shots that they're pretty used to making. But that's the thing, when you have young teams, you have a trouble sometimes of building consistency, even from period to period, Jared. It's you just got to keep working at it.
This is a big one in the Mid-State League Cardinal, as Fisher Catholic is undefeated 5-0. Fairfield Christian is 4-1 in the Cardinal division. Snoke gets it back out. Hadley Gillum spots up for 3. The southpaw can't get it. Backside rebound by Smeltzer. Nikayla Cash will walk it up for the Knights, trailing 27-19. Smeltzer back out to Cash. In the corner, it's Welsh. They'll dump it into Roby. Roby, it loses it. Tie-up will keep it with the Knights.
Yeah, good effort getting back on the basketball.
Tim, you mentioned Zara Roby, a junior coming over from Millersport who did not have a program last year. So for her, that means she doesn't have to sit out. She can play the whole season, correct?
Yes, and that's a good thing. I mean, that's and she's helped.
She's got some skill.
She does. And she gives them a presence around the basket.
Yep.
Like right here.
Yep. Got the rebound twice and puts it back up and in, and she's fouled.
Yeah, the old Moses Malone. Stack up the rebounds by missing your layups. Getting your own rebound, put it back. But that's a good effort. And like I said, she provides, you'll see here on the replay, she provides something that they really never had coming into this year without her here.
She now has 9 points in the game, cuts it to within 5 at 27-22.
Well, when you're down, that's what you got to do. You got to start this quarter and start it well.
Ellis.
Yeah, run their little fades right now.
Gillum drives to the baseline, puts it up and in. Hadley Gillum with 6.
She kept the ball close to her body, and that's when you're stronger with the ball.
This time the pass into Roby a little bit too high, taken away by the Irish. Gillum quickly up ahead to Ellis. Ellis, nice dump. Into Snoke, now back out. Hadley Gillum fires up the 3, and she got it.
I tell you, that's a great transition. Passing the ball, unselfishness, and the ball never hit the floor, Jared.
And just like that, it's up to a 10-point lead for Fisher Catholic. Smeltzer gets it down to Heisner. She'll skip it over to Cash, now into Roby at the free throw line. Nice quick ball movement, almost stolen away. Cash will fire up the 3, no good. Rebound controlled by the Irish and Hadley Gillum. Gillum hands it off to Ellis, dump it back out. 3 put up for Warren's no good. Gillum, her putback no good, rebounded by Roby.
Yeah, point blank, that's a tougher shot than people think. She gave a little grimace there, like, I should have made that.
Heisner into the corner to Cash. She'll fire up the 3. Got it.
She doesn't need a lot of space.
Nikayla Cash with 14 in the game.
So confident, Jared.
32-25. Knights hanging in there. Charlie Gillum on the drive to the block. Good move by Charlie Gillum. Backside rebound Ellis, or rather Snoke. Here's a 3 for Warren in the corner. Ellis the rebound. Get some instruction from Coach Bethel. Reset an offense. They'll dump it in now to Hadley Gillum. Nice power dribble. Her shot no good. Putback no good as well.
Yeah, it did that post ISO, and she just couldn't gather herself to get enough lift.
Yeah.
I like the play. The post ISO.
Cash gets it to Roby. Dump inside. Smeltzer, and she traveled. And we're going to get a timeout. Coach Kevin Smith going to call one with 4:44 to play in the third quarter. Fisher Catholic leads at 32-25. On a preview coming up this Saturday, we're going to have another girls' game. An afternoon, a matinee, I guess you could say.
That's what I call it, a matinee. I'm never against those. I like afternoon basketball on the weekends.
There you go. Amanda Clear Creek will be hosting Bloom Carroll. That's a girls' matchup this Saturday, December 21st. 1:30, I believe, is the tip time. Is that the varsity tip time or JV?
Yes.
So varsity will be on the air right about 1:30 on Saturday for Amanda Clear Creek and Bloom Carroll and the Mid-State League Buckeyes. Should be a good one.
Yeah, Coach Leist and Coach Ireland both do an outstanding job with
do.
their teams.
Back here, Fisher Catholic, it's 32-25. Irish lead the Knights with 4:39 and counting in the third quarter.
There it is again. Why not? Just keep running it.
Gillum hands it off to Ellis. Ellis back out to Warrens. Warrens on the drive inside the paint. Scoop shot up and in.
Nice job.
Ava Warrens.
Yeah, concentrated. The thing with their open post, or what do you want to call it, dribble drive or whatever, you got to continue to work on proper spacing. That's what makes it work.
Warrens is another freshman. She gets the steal here off the tip from Hadley Gillum. Nice quick ball movement up ahead to Snoke. Snoke off the glass, no good. Got her own rebound. Get it back out. Warrens will fire up the 3 off the iron or off the glass, no good. Snoke fights for it. Ellis now in the corner. Warrens takes another 3 and no good. Roby the rebound, but then a foul by Snoke. And that's not a foul that Coach Bethel will be happy with.
No, the 94-foot fouls, I used to call them, are not a good thing.
And immediately, Lainey Gillum going to check into the ball game. She'll get Ava Warrens, so one freshman for another freshman. And I don't think Coach Bethel upset at all with her shot selection. She had good looks.
You know what? If you commit to shooting those off of your offense, then that's got to be part of it.
Absolutely.
You know what you do, though? In the first half of the year, you do a little bit of evaluation also, Jared.
Yeah.
And then if you have to modify things, you modify it.
Cash, skip pass over to Heisner. Back out now to Wilkinson. Heisner, quick dump inside, but it's tipped and stolen away by Sydney Ellis. Here comes the Irish. Snook inside the paint, dumps it back. Ellis for three. At the top of the key, drains it.
They do a great job of getting it in, then getting it back out.
Coach Bethel will take a quick timeout as Sydney Ellis is up to 11 points in the ball game. That's over her average of 8.2. She's had a really good basketball game.
Yeah, she's rock solid, and she and Snoke both have been really good.
Get a good look there into the huddle of Coach Ben Bethel and his Fisher Catholic Irish. And again, if you're just joining us, this series dating back to 2007, which I'm sure goes farther back, but as far as I could find, 2007, they played 30 games against each other. They've each won 15, and Coach Bethel, I believe, has coached in almost all of those, and he's undefeated.
Yeah, I would just tell him that's a sign of his age.
Right here, his Irish team leads at 37-25, and you know, this is a team that, you know, I guess you could say isn't really rebuilding. They kind of reloaded. He's got a good freshman class that's come in.
They do. It's just a different style, too, right now. And you know what? They're long and they're athletic. Not really as big like Ellie Bruce in that. She had great size. And but this is a team with some length, play a little differently, and just work on getting it done.
And they do a good job, like we mentioned earlier, a good job of deflecting passes.
Yes.
Without fouling as well. And as I say that, there's the foul. And the score by Zara Roby.
The announcer jinx immediately hit.
I believe they got Lily Marcinko with the foul. So Zara Roby goes to the free throw line. She's got 1 point from the free throw line tonight. And trying to complete the three-point play, can't get it to go. But she does have 11 points in the game, Zara Roby. 37-27, Fisher Catholic leads it. Here's Lainey Gillum, back out to Charlie Gillum. Charlie gets it back to Ellis. Ellis inside the paint, little running jumper, no good. Rebound by Wilkinson and the Knights. Cash brings it up. Heisner in the corner. She'll fire up the three. Got it!
Big shot as far as momentum here. 2.5 minutes ago here in the quarter.
Abby Heisner with the three for the Knights. That's 5 threes as a team for Fairfield Christian. Dump inside. They tried to get it to Marcinko. It's tipped and out of bounds. And it will go back to Fairfield Christian. Cash will bring it up with 1:59 to play in the third quarter. Irish lead it 37-30, and she dribbles it off her foot out of bounds. Some frustration from Coach Smith as opportunity kind of spoiled right there.
Say wheel. Yeah, just looking for a little perimeter movement.
Ellis back over to Hadley Gillum. Good double team there. Zara Roby came over to help. Lainey Gillum will fire up a three in the corner. It's no good. And Hadley Gillum going to be called for the foul over the back, which is really not a call. It's a body foul.
That's right. There's a push. And honestly, sometimes even if you're tall or whatever, you get punished for it, even if you don't. But that's just how the game's called.
If there's no contact, you can reach all day over top of them.
I know, but that's how the game's called. It's what it looks like, Jared. Most fouls are called by what they look like.
And that one was a good call.
Yeah, there was some contact.
Roby, nice pass inside to Smeltzer, and Smeltzer scores it. Katie Smeltzer on the board. Pulls the Knights to within 5 at 37-32.
Yeah, they've had a good quarter so far here.
Gillum for three, a long one in and out, rebounded by Marcinko. Get it back out to Charlie Gillum. Charlie drives, dishes to the corner to Ellis, then takes the screen from Charlie, gets it back to Charlie for three, no good. Roby the rebound. Here comes Nikayla Cash, 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. Her team trails it by 5, 37-32. Cash, skip pass over Wilkinson, she'll fire up the three, no good. Good hustle by Smeltzer to tip it, but it goes into the hands of Charlie Gillum. Irish quickly up the floor. Laney Gillum now gets it back to Ellis. Ellis will drive the paint, and is going to get a foul from Wilkinson.
It's the first foul of the quarter for FCA.
It's the first on Sammy. Sydney Ellis will inbound underneath their own hoop. With 22 seconds to play in the quarter. Good play. Charlie Gillum scores it. That's 5 in the game for Charlie. Roby, she'll fire up the jumper from the free throw line, no good. Got a good look at it though.
Yeah, you got time.
Down to 5 seconds, Hadley Gillum. Gillum will fire up a long 3, no good at the buzzer. Irish will head into the fourth quarter with a 39-32 lead. I tell you what, FCA really played well chipping it away. It got to 10 at one point, and they cut it back.
Yeah, and I really like, you can watch here, watch the out-of-bounds play. We used to call that America's play. Screen to screener there a little bit. But the bottom line is, in your open post, your dribble drive, whatever name you use, obviously you're committed to shooting the 3 ball. But you also have to make a commitment to driving the lanes and gaps, because if they all start helping on the defense out wide, then you can get to the basket.
Yeah.
And they've done a good job at times, but you know, Coach Bethel talked about just not as consistent sometimes. And I think, again, when you work with young players, they have to learn how you have to play all the time. You know, 32-minute game, you have to pick that pace up, and you got to remember, 9th graders were in 8th grade last year.
Yeah.
Middle school basketball. This is a totally different thing up here now. And they're doing a good job, but you're also going to be a little inconsistent, and you have to understand that.
I want to give a shout out to Dagger Law. You've been seeing some great replays all night long. Those replays are brought to you by Dagger Law.
See what he runs here.
Head into the fourth quarter with the Irish leading 39-32. Hadley Gillum fires up the 3. Got it.
Ran that little fade. When we say fade, what it is the post will come up and screen and pin the defender. They can't get around it, and opens up the shooter.
Hadley up to 12 points in the game. 8 of those 12 are here in this second half. Wilkinson gets it back out front to Cash. Now over Heisner. She'll fire up the 3, and she got it. That's 2 threes in this half for Abby Heisner.
That helps a lot for them, because they need somebody to pick them up offensively.
6 threes as a team for the Knights. Charlie dumps it to Laney Gillum, now to Hadley, or to Sydney Ellis. Good pass over to Snoke. Her shot no good, rebounded by the Knights.
Yeah, got to put it on the backboard, up on the corner.
Smeltzer pulled the rebound down, immediately got it to Cash. Lob it inside to Roby. Roby puts it on the floor, puts it off the glass, no good. Hadley Gillum the rebound. They lead at 42-35. Quickly up ahead come the Irish. Ellis to the hoop, and she's fouled. Going to call the foul on Katie Smeltzer.
But again, they're really doing a great job, Fisher, looking up the floor, Jared. Looking for people down the floor, getting out wide and running. You have to respect their transition game.
Good look at Ellis as she takes her first free throw, up and good. 12 points in the game for Sydney. Sydney is a 63% free throw shooter.
That'll get better as the season goes on, I would say.
And the senior drains them both. 13 points in the game for Sydney Ellis. Back to a 9-point lead for Fisher Catholic. 6:35 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Wilkinson gets it inside. They get it to Smeltzer, and then she tried to get it to Roby. Roby couldn't handle it, stolen away by the Irish. Here comes Ellis quickly up the floor. Lost it momentarily. Gets it back to Laney Gillum. Laney dumps it to Snoke. Back out to Charlie. Charlie will fire up the 3, no good. Ellis the rebound.
Here's the fade. Watch this. Nope. Yeah, pop back a little. Princeton.
Nice dump, and just a little too hard on the pass, but that, a really good concept there.
Yeah, it was. little Princeton concept, what they call the old Princeton Tigers used to run a little 2-1-2 with some back cuts. They got what they wanted. They just have to execute it.
Kayla Cash will bring it up. They trail at 44-35, 5:50 and counting here in the fourth quarter. It's been a good ball game here in the Mid-State League Cardinal Division. Roby, shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Hadley Gillum. Gillum gets it in the corner. Laney Gillum, she'll fire up the three. Off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Katie Smeltzer. Cash directs some traffic as she brings the ball down the floor. Nice quick ball movement into Roby. Roby, her shot's up and in.
They've had some success attacking the middle of the zone at the high post.
13 points for Zara Roby. It's 44-37. Snoke now off the glass and in.
She's got it up high on the corner.
Believe it or not, that's her first bucket since she had 10 points, I believe, it all in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sydney made a great pass there.
Yeah.
Jared,
Coach Smith calls a timeout as he saw his player about to get tied up with the basketball, so he calls the timeout. They trail at 46-37 with 4:49 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, watch right here. Here's what I'm talking about, the high post. Look, she puts it on the floor, goes through the pressure, and just finishes.
Zara is a junior. We mentioned she transferred over from Miller Sports, so she's got another year to play.
And again,
at FCA.
Your defenders in the middle of the zone, you don't want them to necessarily try to block shots, but they have to go up, Jared, with the hands. Right now, their hands are at moderate or no level. Yeah. You got to take your hands up defensively and make the shooter either make their vision more difficult or make them shoot over the hands. It affects the percentage in the long run.
A nice little crowd here on hand tonight for this midweek. I guess it's kind of midweek, almost Wednesday.
Hey, we're a week from Christmas Eve.
Yeah, you're right.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
I see Coach Andy Smeltzer sitting down the way there. His daughter Katie, player for FCA. Coach Smeltzer has been a baseball coach, and then once his daughters got to the age of playing softball, he switched over to the bigger ball.
Yeah, he was a good baseball player. There he
is.
Yeah, he was a really good baseball player.
Just a great human being as well. Got a lot of respect for Coach Smeltzer and his family. 46-37 here. Fisher Catholic leads it with 4:44 to play in the ball game. Ellis steals the pass away on the inbound.
That's what you call sniffing it out, Jared.
Ellis to the hoop, no good. Zara Roby the rebound. Cash, left side to Smeltzer. She'll fire up the three. Got it. How about that for timing? Just talked about her dad.
Yeah.
I don't think he taught her that, though.
He could teach you how to hit.
That's
right. I'll tell you that.
Right.
I don't know about shooting. I'd have to ask him that.
Pulls it to within 6 at 46-40. Charlie Gillum to the block, kicks it back out to Laney. Now back over to Gillum. All three Gillums touched the ball there within a matter of a second. Hadley Gillum now being worked on by Cash. Nice crossover dribble. Tries to dump it inside. Zara Roby, good job getting the hands in there.
Yeah, she could get deeper there. I feel, Jared, coming off of that with her left hand, her strong hand, I feel she could have gotten deeper in the paint and created more havoc, maybe even finishing it herself.
Tried to get the pass down to Smeltzer. Here was that three from Katie. Just stepped up and drained it.
Yes, she did.
After the turnover, the Irish bring it up, leading by 3, 46-40. 3.5 to go in the game. Hadley Gillum inside the paint. Shot's no good. Cash the rebound.
That low post ISO, she just got to practice in there where she's comfortable.
The Irish have done a good job taking Cash's offense,
yes,
her shooting out of the game in the second half.
They have. They've stayed.
She has just 3 points in the second half.
Yeah.
Here's Welsh in the corner. Get it in to Smeltzer. Right idea. Tried to get it over to Roby, but she was front guarded, and it's stolen away by the Irish. Ellis on the other end scores it.
How about that pass from Hadley, too? Hit her in stride, Jared.
15 points for Sydney Ellis. The Irish lead it 48-40.
They have really hurt the Knights in transition. Nice pass.
Really nice, but Roby couldn't finish it. Laney Gillum controls the rebound, gets it to Hadley.
To the hoop, straight up. Yeah.
Off the glass and in, and she's fouled.
That's a nice job, right-handed. And that's what she's got to do. Dip her shoulder, get low, and attack the basket straight line.
Foul was called on Cash.
Just watch right here. See her just get a little lower, Jared. Get a little lift. The ball up on the glass and finish.
Did a nice job as well, using her body to protect
Absolutely.
the basketball. She's going to get a chance to complete the three-point play at the free throw line. Off the glass and in. Late night baking. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
I'm getting too predictable, Jared.
You know, I found myself watching a boys game the other night as my daughter was cheering, and somebody banked one in, and I looked at my wife and said, late night banking. She said, what are you talking about?
Oh, it carries on.
I said, it's a shoeism.
Yeah. Oh, my.
51-40 as the Irish lead it with 2:26 to play in the ball game. Cash, she'll fire up the long three.
Ooh.
No good.
Yeah, you don't want to get into panic mode.
Yeah, she got a little desperate there.
Yeah, it did. You usually never make those things in that situation, in desperation.
She was contested as well. Laney Gillum was out there with a hand in her face.
Just run their offense now is what you got to do. You got to run it. There you go. See, this is that little Princeton. You'll get a layup if you'll run it and turn it over because they'll get lost.
Ellis, there it is, inside the paint and good.
See, that's what they've got to do, and that in situational basketball with 2 minutes, that's outstanding right there. Understanding what you want to do. We're not going to shoot a three. We're going to get a 6 to 8 footer. That's super play and coaching.
Smeltzer's three off the iron, no good. Hadley Gillum the rebound. Irish lead it by 13, under 2 minutes to play in the game. Laney gives it left side to Charlie. Now Laney inside the paint, kick it back out to Hadley.
The only thing I'd say when they run this, cut harder, Jared. The harder you cut, the better the chance you pull the defense and open it up for yourself or somebody else.
Yeah.
Cut to the basket hard.
Ellis to Hadley Gillum.
See, they're getting on them now.
Kick it back out to Charlie Gillum. Now to Laney Gillum. Under a minute to play in the contest as Charlie gets inside the paint and had it tipped, but a foul going to be called.
Yeah, it's only a 13 foul, so if you're Fairfield Christian, you just got to gamble for now from steals.
Foul was called on Zara Roby. That's her third, and we're going to get to the players of the game as we've got a quick stoppage here as the Irish are going to take the ball out of bounds. We'll get to the Fairfield Christian player of the game first, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. As Charlie Gillum puts it up and in off the inbound. That's twice we've seen them run that to perfection.
That's just execution. Well, as far as Fairfield Christian players, yeah, I mean, Michaela Cash was really outstanding in the first half. And, you know, they've taken her away. Zara Roby's done a good job, but I really think Michaela Cash is their player of the game, Drew.
Congratulations, number 2, Michaela Cash, the Fairfield Christian player of the game. We're going to get to Fisher Catholics here momentarily. As you saw, Sammy Wilkinson put a 3 on the board. As Ellis going to dribble it around, get it back out to Hadley Gillum now down to 16 seconds. And we'll tell you that our Fisher Catholic player of the game will be brought to you by the Carriage Company. We'll get that slate up here momentarily, but the Carriage Company is located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. You can learn more at carriagecompany.com as the Irish are going to dribble out the time and win it tonight in a hard-fought game, 55-43. And Shu, who's our Fisher Catholic player of the game, brought to you by Carriage Company?
They had a lot of ladies play well, but I tell you what, Sydney flat out just runs the show for them and leads them. And when I say Sydney, I mean Sydney Ellis, the senior. She's outstanding. She does a lot of things to make the team better, Jared.
Yes, she does.
She scores, she handles the ball, she communicates defensively. Yeah, Sydney is, what, number 0.
Yep. All right, let's check out some scoring for the contest tonight. First of all, for Fairfield Christian, it was Michaela Cash who was our player of the game for them. She had 14 points on the night. Sammy Wilkinson had 3. Abby Heisner had 6. it was Candace Welsh with 2. Katie Smeltzer had 5. And Zara Roby had a good game tonight. She had 13 points. So again, Cash 14, Wilkinson 3, Heisner 6, Welsh 2, Smeltzer 5, and Roby 13. For the Fisher Catholic Irish, it was Sydney Snoke with 12 points. Hadley Gillum had 15. Harper Klein had 2. Charlie Gillum had 7. Ava Warrens had 2. And Sydney Ellis, our player of the game, led the way with 17 points. Again, Snoke 12, Hadley Gillum, that is, 15. Harper Klein 2. Charlie Gillum 7. Ava Warrens 2. And Sydney Ellis with a great game tonight, finishing with 17 points. And Shu, I mentioned it earlier, you said at the beginning of the game, the player to watch for Fisher Catholic was Sydney Ellis, and she did not disappoint tonight.
Not at all. And like I said, she provides so many positive things for the team.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can describe the defense, the communication, the leadership, the ball handling, and then she scored in the paint once she got through. She makes really good decisions with the basketball.
And really, she's not one that Coach Bethel looks at as being the girl that scores 15 to 20 points a game.
No.
Tonight, when you get that 17, it's just an added bonus.
Well, that's what good players do. They do what they have to do to help the team be successful.
Yeah. Let's preview real quick our game on Saturday. We'll have Bloom Carroll Bulldogs taking on the Amanda Clear Creek Aces in girls basketball. What do you look at for that one?
Well, I have seen Amanda play this year. They're a typical Coach Lice team. Well coached, shoot the ball well, fairly athletic. And when you look at, I haven't seen Carroll, but they're in the they're in the post-Bratton era. So, Abby Bratton was so dynamic and so good. So they're trying to get their feel for themselves right now. I'll get a chance to talk to Coach Ireland later, and we can get a real good idea about what's going on.
Should be a fun afternoon affair out at Amanda Clear Creek. I want to say thanks to our Interface Video Productions crew tonight. On cameras, we've got Tom Russo and Jason Roush. Pushing all the buttons tonight is Donnie Ziegfeld, and our producer-director is Josh Messerly. Again, your final score tonight, Fisher Catholic wins it in the Mid-State League Cardinal over Fairfield Christian, 55-43. The Irish raised their record overall to 7-1, 6-0 in the MSL Cardinal. For all of our Interface Video Productions crew and Tim Shoemaker, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
Interface Video presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Dagger Law, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Buckeye Toyota, Fairfield Medical Center, Buckeye Lake Marina, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Fairfield County Adam H., The Carriage Company, The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, and ExploreHawkingHills.com.